The Last Train from Brighton, a detective story inspired by real British missing person cases. Part 1. The Disappearance. The rain had been falling since dawn, a steady curtain of gray that blurred the cobblestones outside Brighton Station. Detective Inspector Eleanor Shaw sipped her lukewarm coffee and stared at the missing person report spread across her desk. Clara Reynolds, age 27, last seen 23:47, Brighton Station, Platform 4.
Clara had boarded the last train to London on Friday night, the 10:52 to Victoria. CCTV captured her on the platform, long navy coat, Kansas bag slung across her shoulder, headphones in, and then nothing. She never arrived in London. No witnesses recalled seeing her get off the train, no trace since. D.I. Shaw had seen hundreds of missing person files in her 15-year career, but something about this one made her uneasy. Clara wasn't her runaway, not a troubled youth or an addict. She was a civil engineer for the council, engaged, steady life, no debts, no enemies. Her fiancé, Daniel Hughes, had called police when she failed to return calls by Saturday morning. By Sunday, her parents had driven down from Leeds. Now it was Monday, 48 hours since she'd vanished. Shaw flipped through the thin file again. She felt the hollow ache of absence that always hovered at the start of a case. There was so little to go on, just a woman walking into a train carriage and dissolving into the dark. The first lead came from CCTV at Preston Park, the first stop after Brighton. A brief, grainy frame showed Clara still sitting by the window, alone, reading something on her phone. The next camera at Gatwick Airport Station showed nothing. Somewhere between those two stops, she disappeared. "Doors don't open between stations," said Detective Sergeant Amir Patel, leaning over the footage. "Unless someone forced one, or unless she wasn't on the train anymore," Shaw murmured. Patel frowned. "You're thinking she got off before Gatwick?" "Maybe. Or someone made her." They checked ticket data. Clara had tapped in at Brighton but never tapped out in London. Her bank cards hadn't been used since that night. Her phone went dark at 23:09, 1 minute after the train left Preston Park. By Tuesday morning, Shaw and Patel were at Southern Rail's maintenance depot near Crawley, walking the length of the carriages from that night's service. Each car smelled faintly of oil and damp upholstery. Nothing seemed out of place until Patel crouched beneath a seat and pulled out a folded scarf, soaked and stiff with rain. Shaw slipped on gloves. "That's hers," she said. The fiancé had mentioned a blue and white wool scarf, hand-knitted by her mother. It was a small thing, but it told Shaw one thing clearly. Clara hadn't made it off the train safely. At Clara's flat near Hove Seafront, her cat wandered listlessly among the furniture. Daniel, the fiancé, sat on the sofa, eyes red, clutching a mug he didn't drink from. Shaw questioned him gently. He was tired lately, long hours, but she was excited too. She just finished a report that could expose some corruption in a council contract. She joked that she was making enemies. "Enemies?" Shaw pressed. "Not real ones," he said quickly. "It was about a contractor falsifying safety data for a bridge project in Croydon. She said she'd hand her findings to the oversight board next week." Shaw exchanged a glance with Patel. "Do you know the company's name?" Daniel nodded slowly. "Westbury Infrastructure." It rang a faint bell. Shaw remembered a corruption inquiry from years ago. Bribery, missing funds, executives with friends in local government. Maybe Clara had stirred something buried.